We are day blocking, and this is blocking my day off for the rest of the day. Hey y'all, what is up? It is Marissa, Nicole, and welcome back to my channel. And for this week's or today's video, I'm gonna be trying something new that I guess I've probably done without knowing that I was doing it, but this week I'm actually intentionally going to try to do this thing. And it's called day blocking. Now, most of you guys are probably already familiar with like time blocking. Both of them have the same concept. I know that I've talked again about time blocking, but without using those words to do it. And we're gonna get real official here for a second. Let me just give you the definition or like exactly what these things are, so that way you know exactly what I'm doing if you haven't heard of this thing before. So time blocking is a productivity technique for personal time management where a period of time, typically a day or a week, is divided into smaller segments or blocks for specific tasks or to-dos. So it integrates the function of a calendar and of a to-do list. And so in layman's terms, that just means like for today, my time blocking would be my alarm goes off at 7:45, and from 7:45 till 8 a.m. I can lay in bed. From 8 until 8:30, I need to be down in the gym working out. At 9:30 till about 1 p.m., I'm going to get as much work done as I can. Then from 1 to 1:30, you eat lunch. Like, if that makes sense to you, I'm not gonna go through my entire schedule here, but that would be what time blocking is. So you're specifically setting out blocks or chunks of time to do a specific thing. And by doing so, it's supposed to help with your productivity levels because you are actually scheduling when to do something instead of most people just make to-do lists for the day. And a lot of people struggle with that because they're like, okay, well, when do I do this? I'll get to it eventually. And then by the end of the day, you're like, oh shit, I still haven't done 4 things on my list. Now, I thought about doing time blocking, which I kind of have done in college, but I no longer really schedule my time out hour by hour because it just doesn't work with my schedule anymore or like my lifestyle and what I'm doing. So instead I wanted to try day blocking, which is literally the same thing except you're not going hour by hour. You just plan out certain things that you have to get done each day, like a to-do list, but it's less than that. That way you can try to increase your productivity because studies have shown, one, humans are just not good at multitasking. We think we are, everybody thinks they are, you're not. You can never do something as good as you could be doing it if you're doing something else at the same time. But also if you try to do too many things at one time or like in the day, you actually end up wasting a lot more time because it takes a long time for your brain to like switch to those activities, which I have seen myself do. But I will find myself taking more breaks because once I complete an item, I'm like, oh, thank God I deserve a break. And then that break turns into like a half hour to an hour of like trying to recoup before I do another thing. And then my brain just has to kind of switch from maybe editing a video all day where I'm not talking to then having to switch and get ready and prepared to like record a podcast episode. So studies have just shown that like time blocking and day blocking is really good for productivity levels, helping you stay organized and just like get more shit done, which is me to a T, and so I wanted to try it. So in today's video, you're gonna get all the behind the scenes, the fun stuff of me doing this whole day blocking thing, how it's working for me every day for a week. I will throw in here in the intro, if you're interested in trying this for yourself, basically the way that I did it was I started out by listing all of the things that I like needed to get done, which you'll hear me refer to these items as big ticket items throughout my video, of things that have to get done every week. Those are like non-negotiables, my routine schedule, what would that be like? So that's not necessarily, at least for me, like grocery shopping or maybe vacuuming, even like checking my emails, because I kind of do those things every day or I'll just do them when I can do them. So for me, my big ticket items were like filming Monday's video, editing Monday's video, recording this week's podcast, editing the podcast, listing out all of the things that I have to get done. And then I assigned those items to a specific day that either would help me get that done on time, because most of these things, if not all of them, have like a deadline for me to do them by. But I was also cognizant at the same time to not overpack or overschedule some of my days. Like I wanted to keep my days to maybe like 2 or 3 big ticket items a day. And then I tried to like lump like things together because again, if I just have like a whole day of editing, that would be a lot easier for me to do than to jump back and forth between like editing and filming and recording a podcast and then going back to editing. So I was trying to be strategic with how I place my schedule and where I place certain things, making sure that they were done on time. I didn't overschedule myself, and then trying to put like things together, if that makes sense. So let me just like kind of give you a brief overview of like what I mean by this and like kind of what I scheduled for myself. Obviously you guys will see this in all of the footage from this week, but I just kind of want to like prepare you or explain how I did it just in case you guys also want to try it. So the 2 things that I scheduled for myself on Sundays are edit Monday's video, because you know that has to get done on Sunday, and also edit Monday's podcast episode. So those 2 things are big ticket items that I have to get done on a Sunday because they're going to be due the next day. And then the 3 things that I scheduled for myself on Mondays is to film a Let's Talk Tuesday, which goes live on Tuesday on my Instagram Instagram, edit that Let's Talk Tuesday, and film Wednesday's video. The two things that I scheduled on Tuesday is to edit Wednesday's video because that has to go live the next day, and to create the Instagram graphics for the podcast episode that went live that week, so that way I have all of those like ready to go to post each day throughout the week until the next episode. Wednesday I dedicated to my job or like my real job kind of day, where I have to visit 3 locations that I work at each week. So I scheduled all 3 of those on the same day, so that way I can just dedicate one day to like work, and we'll see how that goes. And then the 3 things that I scheduled for myself on Thursdays is to film Monday's video, work on some TikToks and reels, and then edit Friday's video because that has to go up obviously the next day on Friday. And that is essentially like my week that I tried to day block. So a main reason why I wanted to try this, of course, is for productivity levels, try to get more things done more efficiently, but also to actually schedule myself, to give myself breaks and a weekend and work a 9 to 5 without having to go to a 9 to 5, because of course my job is untraditional and I work from home. And so this way also helps me try to have a schedule where I wouldn't normally have a schedule. Because if it was up to me, I just would never stop working, which is what I normally do. And that's just not good for me. Like, I want to balance my work and my social life and my personal life and blah, blah, blah. And so with this, I can only do, or I only have to do 2 things or 3 things a day. And when those things are done, like, I'm done with the work day. And so hopefully I'll be on like a good schedule of like a 9 to 5. But then also, if you realized, I stopped my week on a Thursday, because with this, I've also tried to schedule myself like a weekend, which I have never had because I've either worked a lot of jobs or just because I never know when to quit. So I don't have a weekend, I don't take a day off, but I know I need to take a day off just for my own mental sanity. And so I've scheduled that out. So I have placed all of the things I need to do, big ticket items, in Sunday through Thursday, so that way I can have Friday, Saturday as a weekend, which is crazy to think about. But now that I've told you like what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and how I'm going to be doing it, before we dive on into like how that all worked for me and like what happened this week while doing it, don't forget to subscribe down below and turn on your post notifications, that way you don't miss any other videos from me. And also don't forget to follow me over on Instagram because all the fun happens over there as well. So let's hop into how this week went trying day blocking. Good morning, guys, and happy Sunday, February 14th. It is Valentine's Day, and I don't know what my hair is doing. Okay. But hello, and welcome to day 1 of this whole day blocking thing that I'm going to be trying. The things that we have to do today, the big ticket day blocking items. Number 1, I have to edit the podcast that goes up tomorrow. And then I also have to edit Monday's video that's gonna go live on my channel, which this week is deep cleaning the bathroom, which I also haven't necessarily finished, unfortunately. I started it yesterday, so I do have to get some after shots and like close that video, but we need to get Monday's video edited too to get it ready for tomorrow. But that is it for like day blocking stuff. And I know that probably doesn't sound busy, but editing takes me a very, very, very long time. So usually with these videos, it'll take me 4 or 5 hours to edit. And then with the podcast episode, usually like 1, 2, maybe 3 hours, depending on how long the episode is. And so that is a full day for me, and it's only like 2 items. But with it being Valentine's Day, that kind of switches this up because I kind of want to go see my best friend Caitlin. She works at Olive Garden and she's actually bartending today on Valentine's Day. And so I kind of want to just go sit at the bar with her and like hang out with her for Valentine's Day just for a little bit. So I don't know if I'll do that later in the evening or whatever, but I want to fit that in my schedule somehow. And then I of course just have like random to-dos, like I need to post on the podcast Instagram today, preferably like all the Instagrams every day, so I just need to do that, and answer a few work emails, which I actually have already done. The whole like my work, my real job kind of stuff, I've already gotten that out of the way this morning after I took a shower, which is why my hair kind of looks weird. And now that work is out of the way, I'm dressed and ready, I can get started on the tasks. So I think the game plan for today, 1, I'm going to edit the podcast first. 2, I do have to swing by my like job real quick, snap a couple photos that I need, come back, we'll finish the vlog for tomorrow, and then I will edit the vlog and then swing by Olive Garden to go hang out with Caitlin. I think that's a game plan. With that being said, I'm gonna start editing because it's gonna take me a while.
Thinking about the
It's technically the next day, but we're gonna pretend it's still Sunday so that way I can close this portion of today's vlog. So I got everything done today on my big ticket items. Editing my video took way longer than I thought it was going to. Just having some issues with my Final Cut Pro. Got it figured out, went to bed, and kind of forgot to like check in with you guys. But everything did get done. I edited the podcast, got the video done, and that was really it. I tried to go visit Caitlin. I literally drove all the way to Olive Garden, and then I'm like, hey, can I just sit at the bar? They're like, oh, we're not having anybody sit at the bar today. And I was like, fuck. So then I grabbed Sonic for dinner and then came home. But other than my video problems, I mean, like day 1 of day blocking went well. I got everything done. I didn't feel like too flustered or too overpacked with things to do. Felt great. Oh my goodness, hello, good morning. It's a long time no see from me. Happy Tuesday. Why do I look so good? I'm glad you asked. I actually already got one of my big ticket items today done because I went and worked out this morning, which I guess maybe is a big ticket. I didn't put it as a big ticket, but I do that every day. So I went and worked out this morning. And then after I showered, I got the first thing on my list done today, which was film for my Let's Talk Tuesday. But before we get into all that, let's go through, I guess, like today's to-do list. All I need to do is film my Let's Talk Tuesday, edit my Let's Talk Tuesday, and film Wednesday's video. But that's literally it for today. And it feels weird, like really weird to not have more than that to do. Like even looking at that, I feel like I should schedule myself more things to do because there's so much day to do it. But that's the whole point of this, is to try to balance myself, schedule myself well, give myself a weekend, give myself a break, and be like a normal 9-to-5-er. But I will say, it's weird. But my Let's Talk Tuesdays, if you don't know, are basically IGTV series over on my Instagram where I just like chit chat and get ready with you guys every Tuesday. And then that way I'm also ready to film for Wednesday's video, which is more of like a sit down kind of video, I guess you could say. So I kind of like to look a little bit better for those. So it works out that I have to like get ready on Mondays and then I film on Mondays. And I scheduled that strategically for that reason when I was like making this whole day blocking schedule. But I just wanted to check in for Tuesday. I'm actually about to like prep for that video. Let's get started.
Feels better that we're on separate ways. Our memories faded. Sometimes
It's 4 o'clock and I'm done working. This is crazy. Did I already start to try to do something else? Yes, and then I had to stop myself and I'm like, no, we're day blocking and this is blocking my day off for the rest of the day. I think I'm gonna eat though, because normally I don't eat until like 8 or 9 p.m. So I could eat like a lunch. I know it's like a late lunch, but for me it's like, I usually don't eat at all. So might play some Animal Crossing, might just sit down and watch some YouTube videos. Good morning guys and happy Tuesday. I've already worked out this morning. I already ate my breakfast. I posted my Let's Talk Tuesday IGTV to my Instagram today. I obviously have showered and gotten ready and we're finally ready to like start the day. And on today's agenda, there's only 2 big ticket items, which again is weird. I feel like I'm gonna say this every day, which is edit tomorrow's video, which I filmed yesterday. And then I also have to create the Instagram graphics for the podcast episode that went live yesterday because I'm really bad at keeping up to date on that Instagram because I have to actually like make those graphics. Like it's different from my Instagram because I just take pictures every day and I post those, but I actually have to like make them. In the past I never had time, or you know, I would be so busy doing other things that I would forget to do that, and then I wouldn't post for like a whole week, and then I have to like post 5 things on one day, and it was just too much. So now I've scheduled a day that I actually, you know, just have to do that thing. And so editing tomorrow's video is gonna be, you know, the big time item kind of thing. Like that's gonna take me the most time, and then I'll be able to sit down and relax and kind of just make the graphics, which usually doesn't take that long. I just don't do it. So again, not much to do today, which is just crazy to me. I do have an extra thing on my to-do list, like if I have time or if I want to start. I want to start working on next month's sticker pack that's going to go with my digital planner, because if you guys didn't know, I created my own digital planner and I do monthly plan with me videos. And last month I ended up spending all day, the day before I had to film the video, to like make all of them. And what's crazy to me is that obviously this style of organizing my time gives me more time in a way. And so I don't have to just dedicate a whole day to sit down and draw all of those. I can like work on some now and then I can work on it again tomorrow and like just kind of break that up. And it isn't something that I have to do today because the deadline isn't tomorrow. I'm really bad at like when I start something I have to finish it, when that isn't really the case, and that's why I sit at my computer for like 12 hours a day. But I think the first thing I want to do is edit the video because that will take me the longest to do, and I would rather get that out of the way, especially because that video has to go up tomorrow. So I want to get that done and then we can work on the graphics for the Instagram. Hello guys, it is 8 p.m. and I'm just checking in to let you guys know that I finished work at 4 p.m. and I finished everything, which is completely crazy to me, and I didn't really know what else to do with myself, but I was starting to get really hungry. So essentially after I finished editing tomorrow's video and making the graphics for the Instagram, I started looking up like really healthy recipes on Pinterest that I wanted to try to make. Went grocery shopping. I made grilled cheese and soup for dinner. Been watching some YouTube. I'm just hanging out, and it's so weird to me to just be hanging out. So I'm signing off for tonight, and I will catch you guys in the morning. It's Wednesday, my dudes. Happy Wednesday. Good morning. It is about 10:30 in the morning and I'm getting ready to leave for work because I think I mentioned it yesterday, but here's a look at my to-do list today and my calendar and schedule and everything. I strategically scheduled to go to all 3 stores today to see how that would work. And so that's what we're gonna do today. The hard thing is I never know how long I'm gonna be at the stores. And so it'll be interesting to see if I can make it to all the stores today or get everything that I need to get done. And that could fluctuate every week. And of course this day blocking kind of thing can change. It's not like it's completely concrete, but that can change if there's like events going on or something that like I have to be at a store longer for or whatever, but I'm just curious to see how long it takes me to like get stuff done during the day and to like jump through all three, because I usually only visit one at a time. I don't know how much I can actually record, of course, since I'll be like at work, but if anything, I will check in with you guys during my drives to and from each location and stuff, and at the end of the day, and just see how that works for me. But like the productivity is the big thing with like day blocking or time blocking, is it helps your brain focus on one thing at a time. It'd be interesting to see how productive this is if, you know, all day I'm just in like job mode, instead of when I'm at work, sometimes I'm like thinking about, okay, I have to hurry up because I need to get done and like go film a video. It's like I can just be at work. So it'll also be an interesting thing to check in on throughout the day. Hello guys, good evening. It is so late and I haven't checked in all day, and I'm about to tell you why. So it's about 9:47. Essentially, I only got to go to one store today. Long story short, we found out that like the CEO and the CFO of the whole company like worldwide is like making a trip to Columbus tomorrow. And so then the store that I was at started like freaking out. Of course, we had to like deep clean the whole place, get everything ready, and of course I couldn't leave them like that, so I helped them all day. And I didn't get home until 7:30. But I will say, as far as like the time blocking part of it, it did help with that situation, because normally I would be going to work and then I'd have to come home and do so many other things, and that would have stressed me out to be at work all day and been like, oh my god, I'm falling behind, like this is my only day to edit this video, but whatever it may be, and I probably wouldn't have stayed all day. But also like I just got the extra hours, which is great. And as far as like my mindset was like calm, like I wasn't stressed about being there all day. It just was like, yeah, sure, I'll stay and help out, because obviously I get the hours, and then two, I don't have to be home for anything. Like yes, I wish I could have went to the other stores, because now I have to visit those two tomorrow, but as far as like just speaking for today, I wasn't really that stressed about it, which was different. Like I didn't have anything else to do other than be at work, so I did like that aspect. So I think the game plan for tomorrow, which I'll go over tomorrow, is like schedule in the morning like I always do, because I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think I'm of course gonna work out, and then I'm gonna go to the other two stores like first thing and try to get those out quick, because I think tomorrow I have to edit Friday's video and work on like TikToks and Reels. I think those are the only two things that I have for Thursday, but I guess we'll see. So it's not the end of the world, and honestly, like I liked that it didn't stress me out that I was there all day. And that's our Wednesday. Good morning guys, and happy Thursday. I'm so tired and my legs are so sore from working on my feet all day yesterday. Like I'm not used to that. I'm usually here at my desk. So working out was like hard this morning, but we did it. We made it, ate some breakfast. I'm about to head into the other two shops that I didn't get to go to yesterday, but I'll pop up my schedule for today. And of course it changed because of having to go to the other two shops today. So we also need to edit Friday's video, which is actually this video. So we're gonna end up wrapping up this video at the end of the day, and I get to edit that tonight and then work on some TikToks and Reels and stuff, and that's kind of the plan for today. But once again, can't really film much at work, so I will check in with you guys after work when I get back here so we can get started with the other things for the day. Hello guys, I ended up going to both of my locations today. Once again, I was there longer than I thought I would be, which is like fine. It did kind of stress me out though. Like yesterday I wasn't stressed because I had nothing else to do, but today essentially I do, and I did have other things to do. And then I edited tomorrow's video all the way up until this point, because tomorrow's video is actually this video. So it's all edited. However, I forgot that I planned to do like a sit down intro and outro kind of thing. So my video is gonna be a little bit late tomorrow, which is totally fine. I'm just gonna like shower and film an intro and outro tomorrow. Throw that in there real quick and then upload it. But because I was at work all day, I got the video edited, which is great, but I didn't have any time to do the TikToks or Reels. Now my hopes with putting that on my schedule was that I want to like step up my game in that area, and that's why I put it on my schedule, so I could dedicate some time to do that. And just because of everything that's going on with work this week, I just didn't get around to it, which is fine. Hopefully I can next week. But I'm actually stopping the video on a Thursday, because you're probably like, but the title said you tried this for a week. I did. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I kind of shared on my story that I planned out 2 days to have a weekend last week, and it just was like shocking to me because I don't do that, and that was part of, you know, this mini experiment for myself. And so the weekend that I scheduled was Fridays and Saturdays, and so last week I did have a weekend Friday and Saturday. I never ended up vlogging it because I didn't really think to vlog this whole experience that I'm trying until Sunday, so sorry about that. But also with my uploading schedule being Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like this is my Friday video, so I'm just gonna cut it on a Thursday, mainly because the rest of my schedule is a weekend. Now I will say that I might work on some stuff of course this weekend, like working on my stickers that are gonna launch next week because I never got around to that, or maybe working on some TikToks or Reels or something, but essentially Friday and Saturday is my weekend. We got nothing planned. So now you know my secret. I kind of forgot I was doing an intro outro, so here I am. Happy Friday. This video is late, obviously you already know, but that's how my week went, which in all, if I had to give you like my final thoughts or like final review of everything, one, I absolutely did love it. Like I liked having evenings. It was weird to me. I didn't really know what to do with myself. I definitely did just like veg out on the couch, and I'm hoping that once this becomes more routine, like I don't want to say I'll be more productive with my downtime because that defeats the purpose, but like, I don't know, like it's just weird to me. Like what do normal people do when they're not doing something? I don't know. So I just would play Animal Crossing and sit on the couch and like do absolutely nothing. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do, but I feel weird doing it, but I really like it. Like I like this style of limiting myself. So I guess like if you are like me or you're like an overproductive, a workaholic, this style might be really helpful because it forces you to like not do so much, which is helpful for me. But I will say like Wednesday and Thursday, as you guys saw, like I ran into a few problems just with like work, because work can be unpredictable at times, which I'm sure that work for a lot of people is unpredictable. So it did kind of throw me off a little bit as far as like getting all of my work done on Wednesdays. I don't know if I'll actually be able to do that. I might have to try to split those up again because sometimes I'm just at work for way too long and I can't get to all three in one day. But it was good to try, and it was good to like see how that would work. But of course, once I kind of messed up that Wednesday day block, it did kind of go into my Thursday day block where I couldn't get my TikTok and Reels done. So there's definitely pros and cons to it, but overall I really enjoyed how this week went for me. I like all the free time that I had. I definitely felt more relaxed and like at ease. I didn't see myself like being as stressed, like especially in my mind of like getting everything done or like feeling behind or anything like that. I think overall it was a good productivity thing. Like I got stuff done and then I was done by like 4 p.m. on the days. Like that's crazy. Again, if you're anything like me, I think that you guys would really like it, so you should definitely try it, and I'm definitely gonna keep with it. I might adjust some things, but I really like the style and I'm definitely gonna stick with it because I think it helped me personally so much. If you liked today's video or you thought it was helpful or just interesting, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out, and you can also subscribe down below, turn on your post notifications, that way you don't miss out on any other videos. And then you can also follow me over on Instagram because again, all the fun happens over there. Lots of stuff that you miss over there if you're only following me here. I'm gonna leave you guys on this notable quotable, which was actually DM'd to me on Instagram by the Karina J, and I love it especially for this video. And it was a tweet that she saw that she sent to me, and it said, "I feel like I'm constantly worrying about the next part of my life without realizing that I'm right in the middle of what I used to look forward to." And I felt that, which is true, especially in like day blocking kind of stuff. Like I'm constantly thinking about what's gonna happen tomorrow or 10 steps ahead, that I'm not actually sitting here in the moment. And that has been a problem of mine for so long, is to just live in the moment. And I'm really just trying to do that, but it's hard for me. It's like something that I have to like learn. Like Griffin is so good at living in the moment. He sucks at like thinking ahead and into the future. And I think that's where like the yin and yang comes in, and like we help each other out because he grounds me and then I also help him like look into the future. So we're constantly bouncing off of each other and trying to learn, and I'm trying to learn from him and just relax a little bit more. And I did think that this was so helpful, and I just want to be present in the moment and like present in my life. I feel like I waste too much time thinking about the future that I don't enjoy what I'm doing now. So thank you for that notable quotable. If you guys want to be the next notable quotable shout out, all you have to do is leave me a comment down below, or you know, DM me on Instagram of your favorite quote, song, lyric, whatever motivates you, inspires you, or keeps you going, with hashtag notable quotable, so that way I can find it and I can shout you guys out on my next video. But I love you guys so much, more than you'll ever know, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.